So it's been about 6 hours journey from Accra to the OT region, and another close to 2 hours journey to the Dambai police station, where we are meeting up with the men who will be working and helping with the rescue operation. About 20 children are going to be rescued, and I'm informed that 30 suspects will also be arrested. What you can see in the background right now is the briefing that is taking place, and I'm told that we're going to do another journey for about 2 hours. It's about 10:30 p.m. and we are hoping to get there by 12 a.m. in the dead of the night, when the children and their boat masters, the suspects, are sleeping. It's going to be a long night, but let's do this.
6, 7, 8, 9.
After months of painstaking investigations, the police, in collaboration with investigators, identified 20 children between the ages of 10 to 15 who are being used for hazardous fishing activities on Lake Volta. Their duties are, but not limited to, scooping water from the boats and diving into Lake Volta to untangle nets. 13 boat owners were also identified as the ones using the children for dangerous fishing activities. So time check, it's 12:35 a.m. We are on our way to Adakope, where the children will be rescued. It's a very bumpy, undulating, and very rough road. It has been like this for the past 1 hour. We are going in the dead of the night, at the dead of the night, because this is the time that the suspects and the children who are going to be rescued are likely sleeping, because they'll be waking up at dawn to go fishing, and this is the good time to swoop in, on them. So that's what we're doing. We're in a convoy of a vehicle of about 5 vehicles, together with personnel from the Ghana Police Service. We also have some social workers who are going to help in the processing of these children. Many of the fishing communities along the banks of Lake Volta, where these children are usually trafficked to, are tucked away from the urban centers and away from the eyes of even law enforcement officers. The nearest police station to Adakope, where we visited, is the Dambai police station. It is a 2.5 hours journey with 2 hours of untarred road. So we are now here in the Adakope community, where the rescue operation will be taking place. It's 1:30 a.m. and we are now in the Adakope community. Topless, muscular men, some of them in only boxer shorts, were standing outside waiting for the rescue team. It was as though a gong had been beaten for the community people to mobilize. The residents vowed they would not allow police officers to do their work. At this point, we were stopped from filming anything in the community. Some of the young men brought out car ties, threatening to burn alive police personnel. As their anger continued to rise and negotiation failed, it was time to retreat as we jumped into our cars and fled. But there were more obstacles on the way as some of the residents started burning ties in the middle of a narrow road. They pelted our cars with big stones, forcing me and another journalist to duck for cover. We arrived in this community around 1:30 a.m. and already the community people have mobilized, ready to pounce on the police personnel here. And this is one of the major factors militating against the fight against child trafficking. You can see all of them have ganged up in this fishing community, not allowing police personnel, to do their work. There's some community agitation going on right now with the residents.
Oh! Bush, Bush to bush! Fire the bush! So that's a gunshot. Was it a gunshot?
No, somebody.
You're my leg.
Oh, sorry. Was it a stone or a gunshot?
No, it was a stone. It was a stone.
Wow. Move. And you can see they are throwing stones at this point. And you can see the fire right in the middle of the road. The burning tires in the middle of the road. The police is also trying to disperse the agitated crowd. Wisdom Kojo Krani is a social worker who is part of the rescue team. He says we could have been lynched by the angry residents.
What happened this evening, should I say this dawn, is something that we can all attest to as we almost lost our lives. Yeah, because because state agencies and then law enforcement agencies, for that matter, going to the rescue of children that have been suspected to be trafficked and into hazardous labor. That we are going, or we're going to rescue them, and communities, wanted to. We were almost lynched. You saw the chaotic scene. It was highly chaotic, and the strategy that they adopted by crossing us, if we had not acted a bit faster, because the intention was to prevent the vehicles, about 6 vehicles that we went with into the community. They came and crossed and then set lorry tires ablaze, just trying to prevent us from coming. And that is one of the strategies that people who want to attack those that they perceive to be their enemies, that is one of the shortest ways of getting them. Because when they prevent you from going out of the community, you don't know anywhere. So that is where they will get you. And so we were just lucky, just by a slim margin, that we were able to, run out of the community with the support of the police officers who managed to, scare them, and then also put some of the fires that is set off for us to pass through it, and then escaped successfully. It actually negatively will affect, or had already affected, the planned activities in terms of rescuing. The community, to me, what happened right now, I think I will even propose that if the need arises, or if it becomes necessary, all the opinion leaders in that community should be arrested. Because you will see that they were there when the youths were agitating, trying to attack us, but they couldn't restrain them.
Edwin Apia was part of the press team. He describes the situation as horrifying.
But after about 2 a.m., we experienced a very pulsating threat to our own lives. After we disembarked at the community, and we met close to about 100 angry residents. We were very offended by our presence, and we were getting aggressive. When we realized that it would be difficult to carry on the rescue of children, about 22 of them, our immediate objective became how to rescue ourselves from the situation. So we jumped into our vans to leave, and then suddenly we were confronted with suddenly the road became an obstacle course, where at different levels there were rings of fire across the road, and we were ambushed by some of the residents. The police we had just a few police officers who had weapons, and so we had to quickly find a way of putting out the fire and also destabilizing the assailants.
It's 5:55 a.m. We just arrived here about 10 minutes ago at the facility, which is going to be the processing center for the rescued children. Here, they were going to be assessed, and then later there'll be placement for these children. But that did not happen, and now the social workers are on standby with nothing really to do, because we couldn't rescue the trafficked children. Many are concerned about how this is going to affect affect the fight against child trafficking, because this is not the first time. We're told that it has happened before, where there was a community agitation against, persons who were trying to rescue some of these children who have been used for hazardous, work on Lake Volta. Rude awakening for law enforcement to wake up. Reporting for Joy News, Maxwell Ababa.